Good readers ask questions. They ask who is in the story, what happened, what was the problem, when did this happen, where did it happen, that's the location, why did it happen, and how did it get solved. So today we're going to talk about story elements. The elements of a story include the character, which answers the question of who, the setting, which answers the question of where, the problem, which answers the question of what, and the solution, which answers the question of how. So let's talk about characters. When you're talking about characters, you're talking about who the story is about. The people, the animals, the creatures. A character could be a superhero, a monster, or a pirate. Could be any of those things or all of those things. The setting, that's going to tell us where and when the story takes place. So it could be at school, it could be in the summer, it could be during a storm, it could be at the beach, it could be the morning, the afternoon, at nighttime. You get the idea. The problem, that's something the characters want to change, fix, or figure out. So here we have the example. The problem is the boy doesn't know anyone and he feels lonely. Or another problem could be the pig is dirty from the mud. Now, the solution, that tells us how the problem gets solved. So for our example, or in our example, the problem is solved when the boy makes a friend at school, or the problem is solved when the pig plays in the rain to get clean. So when you're talking about character setting, problem, and solution, you're more likely draw a T-chart like you see here. First, you label it characters, and then this is where you would write who is in the story. It could be one character, it could be many characters. The setting, this is where you're going to write or draw a picture about where the story takes place. And then you're going to write problem. A problem is what was the problem in the story. So that's what you would write here. And then the solution, how did it get solved? So remember, when you're talking about the elements of a story, you're going to make this T chart here, which is really just a big T or a big plus sign. And then one box, the first box was your right characters. The second box, your right setting. In the third box, you'll write the problem. And in the last box, you will write the solution. And that is how you create the elements of a story.